People, welcome back to Politics Watch. Now today we're going to talk about education/intelligence and how it has a serious impact on Jamaica's crime rate. Now, over the years, we have developed a culture where we just lump everybody into the same group. Everybody who is not excelling or who does not excel in academics, we just use one term to sum them up, and that is dunce. Now, we've been told that people who can't read and write are the people who are the most violent people in our society, and they are the most destructive. And people are trying to make it sound as if these are the people who make up the majority of the 87 octanes. That is not correct. Today we're going to differentiate between a dunce and an illiterate person. I'm going to start with the illiterate. Now, these people have a very bad reputation in Jamaica. People treat them as if they are the ones who are going around and destroying society. I'm going to show you why that is not the case. Now, who is an illiterate person? It's simple. To sum it up, somebody who can't read and write. These people either dropped out of school or didn't go to school because of absolute poverty. They had to stay home and tie out the goat or tie out the pigs them, or they had to stay home and raise their younger siblings. You know, them parents had 100 pitney, and because they were the oldest child, they had to stay home and look after that child. As a result, they cannot read and write. They simply did not get a chance to acquire an education. Maybe they dropped out of school because their parents simply couldn't afford it. Now, this is very common for older Jamaicans. A lot of our grandparents and grandaunt and granduncles fall into this category. That nice lady from down the block in your community, she falls under this category. Right? Now, some of these people, their pride prevents them from becoming literate. You know, they are now adults, they are now big people. And you know, one, they don't want to even let people know that they're illiterate. And two, because they know the stigma surrounding illiteracy, they never bother to acquire an education, even if it means a basic education. Right? These people tend to shy away from the spotlight. Right? Because they don't want to be put in a position where they might have to read something or write something, and then they will get exposed. For the most part, these people are actually law-abiding citizens, and they often tend to be well respected within the community. Right? They can be very intelligent, even though they lack formal education. They can reason, they can hold a conversation. Right? If you tackle them about a topic, as long as the topic doesn't require anything that you can only know from formal education and bookwork, they can have a discussion with you. Right? These people are actually the least destructive people in our society. This is the true illiterate. They're actually the least destructive. These people are not your 87 octanes. They're not your local gangbanger. They're not the people who will stick you up and take away your handbag and take away your wedding ring. That is false. Now, earlier I said they can be intelligent even though they lack formal education. And examples of this are, if you look in our own history, a lot of the people who led slave rebellions, some of the most famous rebel fighters in history. They had no formal education, but they were very intelligent. They could make plans and strategies how to defeat much larger foes. So for example, the British came up against these people in Jamaica, especially people like the Maroons, in the country of Haiti. The French went to war with these people who had no formal education, but their leaders were very intelligent, and they outsmarted the French, they outsmarted the British. And all over the world you see people who didn't go to school, didn't have a formal education, but they have intelligence, which is something that they were born with, right? And they can defeat people who do have formal education, but they are not your average 87 octanes. They do not make up the majority of the 87 octanes. The people who make up the 87 octanes are the group that sits above the illiterate, and those are your functional illiterate. These are your 87 octanes. These are the most destructive and violent people in Jamaican society and all over the world. Now, who or what is a functional illiterate? Well, these people can read and write, but usually not at a very high level, right? They went to some sort of school. Some of them even graduated high school, right? But the problem with the functional illiterate is they're extremely volatile. They're often short on reason and logic, and they rely heavily on their feelings, right? If them feel like you diss them, they will hurt you. If them feel like you don't like them, they will hurt you. The functional illiterate struggles to express themselves through communication, and that is one of the reasons why they are so quick to resort to violence. Because people who can't communicate well are very dangerous because they get frustrated very quickly. This is why it's the people who stammer or stutter, do not provoke them. They will take your head off. Let me say it again. Anybody you see who stammer or stutter when they speak, do not provoke them. They will hurt you very badly because they're trying to express themselves but they can't. So they get very frustrated, right? Well, this is how a functional illiterate is. They're similar to somebody who stammer. They probably know what they want to say, but they can't say it. It's not coming out well. So they get annoyed with themselves. Then they get annoyed with you. And the next step is violence. The functional illiterate interpret everything as a diss, right? Because as I said, when it comes down to reason and logic, they struggle with those things. So if you don't agree with them, they take it as an offense. If the functional illiterate thinks that LeBron James is the greatest, and you counter it and say no, Jordan is the greatest, the next thing you know, you have a shouting match and a weapon is drawn, ratchet fly, and somebody end up in a public. Very simple disagreements that otherwise intelligent people can solve. Two functional illiterates cannot solve it. They cannot disagree and walk away. They have to escalate towards violence. And this is one of the reasons why functional illiterate people are so dangerous. An interesting thing is they are often very talented, especially when it comes down to music and sports. A matter of fact, a lot of dancehall artists fall under this group, functional illiterate. They're very talented. When it comes down to dealing with problems, critical thinking, logic, they struggle with that. And this is why you notice dancehall music is constantly struggling with drama, war, conflict. Every minute you say, that man they diss me, that man they diss him. when people who can reason and people who do have intelligence hear what the two artists them are war over, they're thinking, really? That? But that sound like simple thing. No, it sounds like simple thing to you, because you're an intelligent person. But for somebody who is functionally illiterate, it's a matter of life and death, and they have to defend it. Foolish pride and foolish ego. Right? Now, the functional illiterate person knows that they're not too bright, so they overcompensate in everything they do. Them can't just have 1 or 2 people. Them have to have 15 to show you how much of a man they are or how much of a woman they are. They have to be the loudest person in the room. They have to be seen and heard at all times. They always feel the need to prove something to people, even strangers. Now, whereas the totally illiterate person struggles with poverty because them can't get a work, they can't get a job because them can't even fill out the form, the functional illiterate person can be employed and is often employed. Okay? However, when you interact with them, you immediately realize that they are functional illiterate. The way how they speak to you, their mannerisms, you can tell instantly. A lot of these people have jobs that are client facing. In other words, they're dealing with the customers. So they work in things like retail or behind a counter somewhere else. If you ask them a simple question, even though it's their job to answer that question, they respond as if you just wake them out of them bed and you bother them. And you're thinking, well, what did I do wrong? You haven't done anything wrong. This is just how functional illiterate people deal with situations. Right? So this group is neither well educated or intelligent. And it must be noted that there is a difference between education and intelligence. Intelligence is intrinsic, it's within you, often from birth. Right? An intelligent person can look at a problem and solve it using critical thinking and logic, which is why I said before you have illiterate slaves who were intelligent. Right? However, education is extrinsic. It's something that was taught to you. Right? It's third party. Somebody gave it to you. And depending upon which part of the world you come from, you have different standards of education. The problem with the functional illiterate people is they have neither. They're not educated fully, and they're not intelligent fully. And this is why these people are so destructive. So it is important that we don't treat illiterate people the same way we treat functional illiterate people. Illiterate people are not ASM octanes. They're not the people going around jut down people and take a handbag and take a school bag and rob phone. That is your functional illiterate people. Even though officially, on paper, they're brighter than the illiterate people, but in reality, their actions are the reverse. And because they can read and write, they're also more confident than the illiterate person. And that confidence helps set them down the path of destruction because they can't talk to them. Because in their mind, they're not dunce because they can read and write. And they can do maths. And this is why you cannot deal with them. Jamaica has too much or too many of these people. They're all over our society. And until these people accept that they are functionally illiterate and our education system puts the steps in place needed to elevate these people and make them be better able to deal with problems and function in society, we will always, and I mean always, have problems where a simple dispute lead to a loss of life. Everybody can relate, no matter where you come from in Jamaica, especially if you come from the middle or lower classes. A simple disagreement cause one man to end up doing a Duff Cut and next one end up doing a GP next to Vybz Kartel. People, This is Politics Watch. Big up on yourself. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And give me your opinion. Bless.